So I'm really excited about today, like playing the world, because I get to do what I love doing the most, which is going on an adventure, like exploring around my world, seeing what is out there, and just the change of pace rather than like staying in the same place. And really, I guess, really leads really nicely into what I want to talk about. It's not something too long, but it's talking about, well, like having a change of pace, changing scenery, or just changing something. And I'll start with the quote that says, or there's a saying that goes, which says that that madness is doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. I can't remember who's by or who said it, but yeah. And even like with thinking about that, one of the things I really love about going on an adventure, like exploring, is that I get to see what's out there. I get to change the pace of what I'm used to, what's around me, like in the world, for example, seeing the same like biome, the same place. It's really nice to go exploring and see other things around rather than stay in the same place. And I think also, like, even in life as well, like there's a lot of times where I would keep doing the same thing. I Let me see if I can think of a good example. Yeah, so for example, like with art, if I want to go that route, I can keep doing the same thing of drawing a certain style, I guess, and expecting to somehow fall in love with the style, or I'm drawing a specific style and I want that I want to enjoy doing that, although I know inherently that I don't really enjoy the style. And unless I change and try like maybe like a completely different style, nothing's going to happen. Like I'm just going to keep doing the same thing over and over, and this is gonna end up being more draining than actually being fulfilling and feeling like making me like excited to draw. And I think even with something as simple like let's say I'll give another example. I'm referring back to the retreat I had, where I basically got out of the city, went with some friends, some other from different universities, some working, and we all went out of the city to like a place outside the city, kind of like a retreat. And we like just spent time getting to know each other, and we had a speaker and everything. But it was really, really, really nice to have that change of pace, to have that change of scenery. It was during the weekends, which was nice. It wasn't during the week because, like, I guess all of us had like different responsibilities. But having that change of pace, having that change of scenery, like driving out, way out of the city into like the suburban area, or just like outside the city in general. It was really nice. There was no of course, like Wi-Fi and everything was a guest place, guest house or something like that. But if I, like kept staying in the city, kept seeing the same scenery, doing the same things over and over again, even during the weekend, I probably would have felt a lot more drained than if I had taken that change of scenery, if I had gone out with the friends of mine and seen or gone to a different place that we usually don't go to or haven't gone to, and then we went to. That was my first time going to that place, but it was really, really nice to have that change of scenery. So yeah, I guess the other aspect of it is that changing things up, changing your scenery, or maybe changing the things that you're doing, especially if it's not working or if it feels draining or it feels tiring, can be super refreshing. And it can also lead to, in a weird, I guess in a different sort of way, can lead to a deeper appreciation of something that you're already used to. I had a conversation with another friend not too long ago. I think it was just even like last night or something. And basically what we discussed was that I kind of live by the river in the city, and she asked me like how is it like living by the river. I was like, oh yeah, it's great. And then she asked like, have I like ever walked by the river? And I was like, I actually haven't done that in a while. And then she brought up the point that yeah, it's really fascinating that happens. Like if something as something like the sea, for example, the example she gave, something like the sea, like people who live by the sea don't fully realize how lucky they are. But is lucky the right word? I think. Well, she said like they don't realize how yeah, I guess lucky is the word, or like how privileged it is to live by the sea, and they don't fully realize how much of a blessing it is. And then so like they barely like go to the sea like to swim, or maybe like to surf, or to the beach or whatever. And then there are other people who really want to like swim in the sea or like go surfing, and they can only do that like once a year, and they will travel like all the way from wherever they are just to go and swim by, or swim in the sea, or go surfing, or go to the beach or something. And it got me thinking like how, yeah, even like something as simple as that, going to that like retreats, that guest place, and then coming back, I got a much deeper appreciation. And like even through this conversation too that I had with this friend, I had a much more deeper appreciation of the things around me, because I know that even like while I'm doing that, even while I am having this so close to me, changing the scenery and then coming back is like, wow, actually like something that I easily overlook so easily is actually something I can appreciate more, something that I don't realize how much of a gift it is to have this like right next to me. And I think I try, or at least if we're talking about life in general and even like Minecraft, to like try and change the scenery more. It's kind of building off of my point in my previous video about happiness and actually doing things for the sake of doing them rather than doing them for results. And having the change of scenery is something I don't do very often, but I think if I try to do it a lot more often, it's definitely going to help a lot in bringing more appreciation for things that are around me, the everyday things. Something as simple as I don't know, like taking the public transportation to wherever I'm going. If I have a change of scenery, let's say, and I go to somewhere like outside the city where the public transportation is either you have a car or you walk, and then having that experience and then coming back, I probably appreciate the public transportation more, especially if I had to, let's say for example, like walk. Like the closest store is, I don't know, like a far ways away. I have to walk for like 30 minutes to get to the closest convenience store. Whereas in the city, if I was there, I can just like get like a public transportation, or literally just walk, it's 5 minutes away. So yeah, a change of scenery can really help. It can really help, not just in games and life as well. Yeah, and hopefully I can keep doing that a lot more often, or at least from time to time. That's pretty much it, but do let me know your thoughts on it. Like, what do you think about a change of scenery? Do you do it as well? Do you want to start doing it? Yeah, just let me know. And well, that being said, take care.